So welcome everyone to our hot seat tonight. We're going to mix things up a little bit tonight. We have just got back from an amazing 3-day retreat up in Noosa, the first ever freestyle retreat, which was pretty amazing. So tonight I thought instead of just getting one person in the hot seat, we would get all the girls who came to retreat to share their one main takeaway. There were so many, it was ridiculous. We had speakers from Simon Chan zoomed in, Linda Evenden did like an hour speech, then we obviously heard from Adam and Kira. We learned how to read more into our reports from Brian Marsh. Who else did we have zoom in? What's his name, girls? The American dude? It's not
Roberti.
Jeff Roberti. Yeah, he was on and it was just awesome. It just rolled really well and there were so many things. We took pages and pages and pages of notes. But I just thought I'd quickly share my one first because so simple but so powerful. It was just Chambray who didn't actually get up on stage and share, but we all got a chance to kind of have the microphone and add our little part into it if we wanted to. And this is what she said. Compared to what? So I thought that was so powerful. When you're getting those price objections, when you're getting people say it's expensive, you know, all you need to say is ask that simple question, compared to what? And everyone was just like, wow, that's, you know, why didn't we think of that? It's something that's so simple. We do get those price objections and we do have the training and the script guides and all of that to help us with that verbiage and how to get around those kind of price objections. But I think if you just keep it simple, like ask them compared to what, and wait for them to come back and answer that. And I think it really just gets them thinking, oh, okay, hang on, like what am I comparing this to if I'm telling them it's expensive? So I just thought that was amazing. I was like, oh my God, that's so easy and so simple and it's just going to be really effective. So that was my number one takeaway. I wanted to keep it short and sweet because I would rather spend the time with the other girls sharing their what they got out of the event. So how about, does anyone want to put their hand up to go first or will I just do someone? You pick that. Katie, how do you want to go first so that if Macy wakes up or whatever, you can jump off?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So we're just going about our takeaways from conference, from retreat, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I guess the first few things that I really enjoyed was, number one, that everybody seemed really raw and really themselves. I know when I've heard different people speak, like Lorianne or, you know, even Linda sometimes, even though she's amazing, you could really tell the difference in their speech and their language and just their energy from retreat to perhaps conference or a live event or something like that. It's like they didn't have to put a gut up or they didn't have to put on a show or anything like that. So I really found that, I liked that. One of the key things was Lorian saying if he can do it, then anyone can do it. That absolutely cracked me up. And to be honest, I went, yep, so true. Like, honestly, he doesn't have a huge social media following. He doesn't have, to be honest, an amazing communication style or anything like that. He's just raw in who he is. And so the only thing that sets him apart from everybody else was that he just put in the effort. He had the determination, he had the drive. So that for me was like, you know what? It's so true. The only thing that is stopping everybody is themselves, including obviously me, and how bad you want this and just how much effort people are prepared to put in. There was something, where was it? I can't remember where I saw it, but it was, I think it might have been one of those Eric Worre things saying, you know, you can't be expected to be paid $10 million when you put in a 10-cent effort. So that, not that was from retreat, but that sort of backed up what I was feeling, what I was hearing as well from retreat. So Yeah, so I liked how everyone was raw and real into themselves. They didn't have to put on a show for anybody because it was all team freestyle. I really enjoyed Lorian's talk, which was be authentic, be real, be yourself. If anyone can do it, you can do it. You just got to put in the effort. And what else did I like? Oh, it's something that really resonated with me, which I have heard and seen before, but it really got to me. It might have been a visual thing, was Linda and her props with chunking down the time. You know, so many, I know you have to schedule your time, and I know you need to block out things that are important for you and things like that, because we've heard Kira talk about it, we've heard Adam talk about it, we've even heard the Chico from overseas at Emma Sneddon do something on it. But it was only when Linda was doing that, this is my hat with the kids, the cut fruit, this is me with James, this is me as a person. So I really am doing that, practicing my time with my different roles. So they were my few things.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kate. And I totally agree. I think the whole vibe over the weekend was just so real. Nobody had to pretend or anything, because it was just our really small, tight community, even though there was like 180 of us. But we could all just share whatever we wanted to share.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Kate.
That's okay.
Okay, so who is going to go next? Anyone, or do you want me just to choose? Trace? Yep, cool. Awesome. Oh, you've unmuted yourself.
Yep. I loved the props that Linda used as well. I thought that was absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't agree more with Lorian. One thing that Lorian did say, which I found really useful, was stop comparing yourself to everybody else in this business. Just be better than you were yesterday, and focus on your own growth and focus on the things that will give you the biggest results. So you don't have to go and be a Brian Marsh and learn all social media and all that. If you're currently doing, you know, there's no point trying to be him, because he's got 18 years experience behind him in social media marketing. So don't, or in marketing, I should say. Social media's only been around for about 10 years. But you know what I mean? And so all you should strive to be is better than what you were yesterday. So if you did 1 reach out yesterday, then today you do 2, tomorrow you do 3, and just make sure that you're bettering yourself than what you did yesterday. And also one of the things that he said was what he constantly has going through his head is, who can I serve or who can I help today? And the thing that cracked me up the most was he pretty much just prompts conversations by saying, how's it going? How's it, simple as that. How's it going? How's it going, mate? And he'll get on his messenger and just flick through and see who he hasn't been in touch with. And he might go, hey, mate, how's the product going? Hey, mate, how's life going? And then it just sparks, you know, depending on where he's at with those conversations is where he'll, you know, that's how he just sparks conversations with people. And the other thing that, and I'm just doing 2 here so that the girls got other stuff to talk about. Brian Marsh, for those who are wanting to start business pages and wanting to do Facebook advertising and all that sort of thing, I found what he said really, really interesting and really kind of cemented a few things for me as well. Unless you're at sort of SC or above, he said, if you can't inspire your warm market, how are you going to do that with someone you don't know? Because a lot of the time people say, you know, that they've sort of gone through their current market, you know, their current friends and all the rest of it, and can't get any more. But, you know, if you can't even inspire them to either get on the product or get on the program, in the business, then how are you going to inspire a cold market? So I thought that was really cool. And it's made me over the last couple of days revisit a lot of my old 30-30 grids. And one thing that I took from Simon with regards to this as well from Brian was Simon gave us verbiage around approaching people who we might have spewed Juice Plus on at the beginning, because we've all been guilty of that, and going back to those leads going, hey mate, or hey hun, I just want to apologise. I literally spewed Juice Plus all over you when I first got into this business. I was so excited, but now 2 years on, you know, things are so different, but I just wanted to apologise. I hope I haven't, what did you say? Something like, I hope I haven't ruined it for you or something, because the more I've seen the story, depending if it's business or product, you know, first of all, the first message was quite short and sweet about, sorry, I hope sorry, I didn't, what am I trying to say? Something along the lines of, I need to apologise. When I first got into this business, I spewed Juice Plus all over you, and I'm really sorry for that. And then you just keep it at that. And then when they come back, they'll probably go, oh, my God, don't worry, that's fine. How's it all going anyway? And then that opens up the conversations again. But again, you keep it really short and sweet and just go, oh, it's going so well. 2 years on, I'm seeing so many great results with, you know, customers or my team or myself. And then you start the conversation up again without spewing on them. So I really liked that this, I guess,
Sorry.
We lost. I was going to say, I guess,
Trace, but.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say the one thing that I got from this was that we actually got hands-on examples of what to write to people and how to connect with people and how to communicate. So I thought that was really cool.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Trace. Another thing that I really liked about Lorien was he was saying that he might not be able to spell and he might not be the smartest person, but his bank account doesn't care about that. It was like, boom, you know, he's on 20,000, 30,000 a month now.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously his bank account, it really, you don't have to be the smartest person to be successful. It's all about mindset. 80% mindset, 20% mechanics. That's what we learned. Which is so true. We all have that 20% mechanics, you know, the system, but it's the 80% mindset that's going to set you apart from everyone else.
Yep. Nate, do you remember when we first got into the business? We were very new and we went up to Brunswick for that live event that Lorien was holding.
Oh my gosh, I'd forgotten all about that. That was at the Brunswick Hotel, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know if you can remember, Lorien sat next to me and we were just talking about the business, and he practiced his little spiel on me. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he
What, before he got up and spoke, he practiced it?
No, it was after, I think. Oh, I can't remember if it was before or after. It must have been after, because we wouldn't have spoken to it before. But yeah, he practiced his spiel on, I was a potential person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How funny. You get a good man.
Yeah.
But I do remember that. Okay, thank you, girls. Who's going to go next? Kaz, I'll unmute you. There we go.
Thanks. It's probably going to be a lot of repetitive bits and pieces, but I'll try and do something a little bit different. I agree with both Nick and Tracy.
Sorry, I forgot about it.
Sorry, I'll just mute. If you're not on mute, guys, can you just make yourselves on mute so I can, so we can hear the recording clearly? Thanks.
Yeah, I got a lot more out of it. Like, conference is amazing, but I agree with what the girls are saying as well. It's not as, especially what Katie said, it's not as scripted, it's more natural, it's more real, and because we are all from freestyle, we could openly talk about our program and really delve into that as well. And I think the first thing that I sort of just, like, Lorien definitely blew me away, because normally, like, he's grown so much as a person, but I think in that particular environment, he was really, really comfortable. But one thing that he sort of, this is his tagline, I suppose, but it just made so much sense. Why not you, and why not now? That was kind of his little, he had a few little mic drop moments, but that was definitely something that I took away from it. Also, too, he kind of went on to say, you know, focus on what you can control. So rather than getting caught up in all the bits and pieces where life's happening, you know, for example, one of your boys may have just smashed their teeth, that sort of thing. You know, like, things happen in life, but we have to really just focus on this business, focus on what we can control.
Lovely. Hold on 2 seconds. I think the storm's affecting our recording. You were just muted for a little while. Are you back there?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're back now. Sorry, rewind that a little bit.
It might be unique. It might be
I
unique,
think it's
'cause
you, honey. I can hear it. She's not breaking up.
I heard it all.
Oh, okay. All right. Might be my storm. Okay, I won't butt in then. Sorry.
All right, that's fine. No worries. And then the other thing that I got a lot out of the panel that we had with the girls up there, just going through their customer successes. You know, some of those girls have between 70 to 80 customers on their own PPC running through, which is incredible. But they're just mums doing their thing, and literally something that I took away from it, it's just really strategic product placement. So as we say, live the mission, live, you know, exactly how, you know, be a product of the product, but be a little bit strategic about it. If you've got kids in sport, you've got, you know, a swim bag or something open, throw your chews in. If you're walking around, you know, in between snacks for the kids, protein shake, because it's a conversation starter, but it's organic because you're living that mission anyway. So that was one other thing that I really took away from it. But Linda's was probably topped it for me. For me personally, resonated a lot, like the girl said as well. I've been trying it out, just wearing the different props. I know Lauren Berry has put up her actual live recording in Believe. If you get a chance, ladies, go and watch it. It's worth it. But she was just, Linda's incredible to start off with, but to have her up there just in that space, running around and waving around her little red soles, that was a big tick in my box. But it makes a lot of sense that we can get, and something that I've truly struggled with probably since I've started in this business, is being able to not only delegate time, but being able to really focus within that time, because we've all got, you know, 50,000 things going on, but really like putting on the hat or taking off the heels and moving into those different identities, I think it's going to be a game changer as far as the business is concerned. That's all from me.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Kerry. And for those who haven't seen Linda's speech that Lauren recorded, I will transfer it over to Believe. It's just in Team Freestyle at the moment. I definitely recommend, while this is fresh in your mind, to go on to Freestyle after this and find it. It will be up the top because it was only put up yesterday, I think, and save it because it goes for an hour. So save it into your, you know, saved section, and then when you're driving or running or walking or whatever, you can listen to it. It's amazing. Thanks, Kaz. Who's next?
I will.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, lovely. Take it away.
Was there anyone before Katie?
No, just Katie was first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I came in late. So pretty much all my major ones have been said. So just to reiterate all of those, Lauren Cameron definitely, every time he said, if I can do it, anyone can do it, I was like, I loved him, actually, which was really good. Linda, amazing. The customer service, customer care thing, those beautiful country bumpkin ladies who were just, it was just all about heart and soul, just be a good person, care about people, live the mission, all of that stuff, which I feel like I already do, but it just took it to the next level. So I'm probably just repeating everything, but I thought maybe instead I could say actions I've done since. Could I just quickly say a couple of things I've done since? Because my thing was, the underlying message was just to do the work, as always. Everything I'd heard there, I've heard before, but hearing it in that environment just was completely next level, and a good focus time to be reminded of it all. But my new action plans are that I have my non-negotiable book that I'm writing everything in day to day that I do. It's only Juice Plus stuff. I started off putting, you know, work and pick up kids and all that other shit, but I took all that out. This is just Juice Plus actions, and I'm listing all the people that I'm doing my direct messages to every day, which I did 6 this morning, and reach outs to another 3. And people, I'm now scripting any of my text messages, because that's the worst thing for me, is actually typing messages. I just voice message everybody, but it gets a bit much, voice messages. So in bed last night, I'm going to do every night before I go to bed now, is just write in notes all the people I want to message. And instead of doing it at 10 o'clock at night like a weirdo, I'm just sending it at 6 a.m. To kick off the day. And what else was I going to say on that? Oh, and what Tracy said about Lorian's line about saying you're a bit awkward in the start. I used that twice this week with people saying, do you know what, I've not actually spoken to you about the business since I started because I was so awkward about it at the start. I just didn't think I should, but I don't want to, sort of miss out on me having that conversation. So I've used that a couple of times in messages this morning. And just, the whole attitude of just get it done is better than not doing it at all. So I still need to really think about what I'm doing in every message I send. But if I write it down in here now, it has to happen. That's it. So that's just, I guess, getting me into action as a result of everything that everyone's already said.
Good job. That's awesome. Woo! And to get into action straight away is definitely what needs to happen. I think, it's so good to be surrounded and inspired by amazing people, and we get like in our little bubble and we're like, yes, let's rock this. And then we get home and life happens, right? And things get in the way. So I think the sooner we can put these kind of things into action and get a bit of a routine and a structure and a schedule going in your day, the more success you're going to have. So that's awesome, Beck, that you've done that many reach outs and stuff already. Good job.
As I'm checking us in for our flight tomorrow to New Zealand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're leaving in the morning.
With my passport holder.
Oh, very nice. Love it.
It's Thursday we leave, sorry, but doing it.
Oh yeah, got to get sorted. Okay, so who have we got left? Hayley and Tony. Well, Hayley's off mute, so you can go next, lovely.
Yes, I'll go. I got heaps of value out of the weekend. I think, everyone, I don't know, that intimate environment, and everyone was just, like everyone said, a bit more genuine and open. Hard not to say what everyone else has said, but I really got a lot out of the mindset coaches too, Shane and Jess and Scott Harris. I think I've been a bit all over the place lately, and I haven't had any boundaries between looking after the kids or doing Juice Plus. I've had my phone out and just not giving everything 100% lately. So, I think it's really good for me to just prioritize my time, and it's just all been simplified for me. If I just break things down into 15, 20-minute chunks, like, all right, I've got 15 minutes for follow-ups, or I've got 15 minutes for customer care, but I'm making new conversations, 3 a day a priority. So before I do any post or anything like that, I'm just talking to people more. The direct messages still scare me, but I'm working on that. I'm just going to build up a relationship, because I think that's more me, but I am still going to do those reach outs. But I think what Scott Harris said too, like, you can have your strategy, you can have your story, but it's all about what state you're in. I think that's your first priority, because the state of mind you're in is going to affect everything you do, whether it be work, relationships, or whatever else. So and everyone can feel your energy as well. So you just really need to look after you too. So I'm going to do a few rituals in the morning to look after myself before I start the day. And I've written out my why, all my point forms of why I want to be in this business and what it's going to help me achieve. And I'm just reading that to myself every morning just to get my head ready to go for the day.
Would you mind sharing what your why is, Hayley? Because I know I've just done a few calls with some girls today, and they're really struggling with this because it's obviously changed since when they first got into the business. So
I've written down about 10 or 12 points, and I don't know if I can read them out because I'll probably cry.
What about just a couple that you feel comfortable to share? It's up to you. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I just think...
No, that's all right. I've got them here in front of me. I'll read them. I want to be a better mum. I want to be a better partner. I want to take my family on holidays. I want all of us to succeed. I want to help other people with their health and wealth. I want to send my girls to good schools. I want to inspire others as well as being inspired myself. I want to be the best version of me. I want to buy nice stuff. I want to be able to shout our families' meals out and weekends away. I want a cleaner. I want to move back to the beach. I want to be one of those mums who drop their kids off at school and then go to Pilates and hang out at coffee shops. I want to keep growing, and I want to give back.
That's my favourite. I love that Pilates one.
And you need to envision it, right? You need to have that whole feeling of getting your kids dressed in their uniforms and actually driving to school and dropping them off while you're in your Pilates gear, and get that whole emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for
Got to
sharing.
think big.
Really
Okay.
appreciate it, and I'm sure that's going to help some of the girls focus on their why as well. So we just have Tony left to share. So she's always the little quiet one in the corner. Like, we're not letting you get away with it tonight.
I am. So I've heard Lorian before and I've always liked him, but what I think I like so much about Lorian is he fucked up so many times on stage, and we all laughed with him, not at him. And definitely, if he can do it, why the hell can't we? Like, seriously, he dropped out of school, he can't spell, he's a terrible public speaker. Yeah, and we can definitely do it. The next, I can't remember who actually said it, but whenever we get a no, just next, like saying to ourselves next and just moving on. Like, who cares if it's a no? It's one step closer to a yes. The culture. So I've always said why I love this so much is because we can be who we are. We don't have to dress in someone's uniform. We don't have to work the hours they're setting. We can, as I said, we can work in our own time. And seeing up there so many different people, like there's so many different walks of life. There's mums, there's business people, there's people that live in with different dynamics. There's dads, there's just everybody, and it's everyone coming together that is so supportive and wanting everyone to succeed. Like, there's not one person there that actually would put you down and say you can't do this. Every single person, whether or not you had a fault or not, is raising you up, trying to make you better. So I think that's really good. And a simple thing that I don't think enough of us use all the time is even the best of the best are using the starter guide. There's nothing different that we're doing, that they're doing, that we're not, that we, what's that word? There's nothing that they're doing that we can't do. And if we follow the script guide like they are and do it every single day like they clearly are, we would be at the level that they are. And it's all there for us. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Awesome. Yeah. Yes, Trace?
I actually just forgot two more things, if that's okay, which I thought for customer care, because Tony was talking about customers then. Yeah. Anne Simpson said for every single person that says no to her in regards to customers, she will then send them a value add of some kind. So whether it's if the person wanted to lose weight, she would still send them the fasted cardio guide, or she'd send them a lemon water detox guide or something like that, or a recipe. She'd always send them a personal message with a value add. And when she got a customer, or one of the girls was saying this, and it's something I do in recruitment every day, and I can't believe I don't do it in Juice Plus, but point blank asking them straight up, how do you prefer to communicate? Such a simple question. But if you're wondering why people aren't getting back to you on Messenger, guess what? Not everybody has like Facebook on their phone. My partner doesn't have Facebook on his phone, so I send him a Messenger app and he I'm like, what the fuck don't you get back to me? He's like, send me a text message. So asking that question will make a big difference. And the one good thing as well was because this was just Team Freestyle, we got to find out some pretty exciting stuff about the JBT program. And Tanika, I don't know if you wanted to share this news or not, if you got it all. If you don't, I'm happy to share it.
Fred.
And the potential app.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can share that.
Cool. So in January, we had the most customers ever. But what Kira was saying was, yes, it was boosted by the shred, but realistically, most people know they're not going to win the shred. It's just a good, it's just a good program and everybody's stoked about it. So, but they have, So keep that going, because the shred page, they've realised that there's such a strong community in that shred page, and what they've done is obviously change the name of it. They're going to constantly value add, so we're going to get more videos, we're going to get more mindset things, we're going to get more of all that in there. But there's going to be a new shred date rolling start from the 29th of April. And then there's going to be another one called Abs Are Made in Winter, and that's going to be a rolling start from the 28th of July. And then there's going to be another one for the lead up to summer, which starts on the 14th of October. But obviously just put those in your diary for yourself, but don't go, I'm not going to do anything until the 29th of April. Like, that's just dumb. But the other big news, which is still hush hush, don't go telling customers and stuff, because these things take ages to make and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But they're building a JBT app, which is really freaking exciting. So it's going to have potentially recipes in there. Well, actually, we don't know what's going to be in there. I assume the guides are going to be in there. I assume that, and a website too. Yay, yes, Hayley, and a website too. And they're, you know, when you think about the value add, the big thing that they were sort of saying was, you look at Michelle Bridges and she charges $12.95 up to $20 a week for her program, that all those Ashley Bynes ones and all that, and all people are getting are their workout guides and their food, their workout guides. They're not getting product with it as well. So we've got so much value to add here. So really sell the program as a massive value add if you're trying to get a customer. You know, it's a no-brainer to get more customers.
And I think another thing that really sets our program apart from like Ashley Bynes and that, and Michelle Bridges, is that after those 12 weeks or whatever, they actually get kicked out of the program. They don't get any more access whatsoever. And ours is lifetime. So I think that's a massive, you know, advantage as well.
And I add something.
Oh, sorry.
You go, Katie.
Another thing Ange Simpson was saying, which makes sense because we do it in life and with our kids and stuff like that as well, is asking customers, or even when you're doing the business too, if it's all right. So, for example, a customer, is it okay if I talk to you about our program? Like, they're not going to say no. Is it okay if I share a testimonial with you from, XYZ? Is it okay? Like, you know, just ask if it's okay. And then at the end, she always says, is it okay if we put through your order now? After, you know, previous questions and stuff. And they'll go, yeah. You know, it will only sort of, that's what she said, yes. You know, for, I don't know how many people would go, oh, no, hang on a minute, I'm not too sure, after, you know, they've had a phone conversation and stuff.
Yeah. And I think how she framed that as well, where she, you know, she obviously built up all this rapport with them, and that got them sort of saying, oh, I want to lose weight, or, you know, I've got no energy and all that sort of stuff. And the way that she delivers it, and she sort of says, well, I'm on the premium, the omegas and the shakes, you know, is, how did she word that?
Achievable for you?
She said, it cost me $11 a day.
Is that achievable for you?
$11 a day, is that achievable for you?
Yeah.
When are we getting those new scripts? I wasn't on training last night in case they said
they would put them up yesterday. So we'll keep posted, and I'll or whoever sees it, if you can transfer it over to our Team Believe page, that would be awesome. But like Anne Simpson has got, I think it was her last 10 or 15 customers on every single product, because she has the unwavering belief that everyone can afford to be on every single product if they have it as a top priority. She doesn't even blink twice. She's got them on premium, either 60 or 120 shakes and omegas, every single customer. She doesn't, you know, and she just, it's the verbiage. It's just that belief that people can afford this if health is their number one priority. Did you want to say something, Beck?
I was going to touch on that about her scripts and how she did the $11 a day thing, which was awesome. I can't wait to get those scripts. But also, I can't remember which one of them said it, but one of them said that every time a customer places an order, a day or so later, they just send a message the next day or a couple of days later to say, you know, good on you. You've made a really good decision here. You know, can't wait to see you get started. I know we send welcome packs and letters and things, but just to that, reassure them with that buyer's remorse. I think there's a lot of people, I've seen this a lot of the times where someone places an order and they might tell their husband or tell someone how much they've spent on it, and then they think, shit, what have I just done, or how much is this going to cost me? And just that little, you know, really excited for you, or well done, you've made a really great choice here, you know, best decision I've made all in the last 2 years, or whatever it is, just to give them that sort of bit of reassurance afterwards as well. And the other thing was the Jess Chambray line of if someone says, oh, it's really expensive compared to what? What's it expensive compared to? I'm not sure. I haven't used that yet, but it'll be interesting. But if I did have someone, you know, it would be like compared to what?
I can't wait to use that one. I've got a personal trainer that's been on and off about this for about 4 months. She kept saying, I just can't get my head around it. I think it's expensive. So yeah, can't wait to buy that
Compared to what?
Well, it is expensive to the crap bulk nutrients protein that they buy that's filled with fillers, etc. Like, it depends on what you're comparing it to, and that's where I think I really liked Angie's verbiage around it, because she actually verbaged it around, well, I would spend $11 a day, $11 a day
on an organic smoothie down the road.
Yeah.
And I know our products aren't organic, but when you put it at that high level, like it is, everyone thinks organic, you know, that's the highest level. That's where it's kind of, and I think too, going back on what we were saying before, that asking permission is a way of pre-framing people rather than just, we need your details, let's put it through kind of thing.
I missed how where Angie's customers are coming from, because they said that she's not really doing any product posts. So is she just having conversations?
Yeah.
She has she's got 50,000 followers. Yeah. She does a lot. I follow her on Instagram. A, her posts are beautiful to start off with. B, she has built relationships with people consistently. She's eased off on the amount of product posts, but she still puts up a smoothie, like her making a smoothie in the morning, or
and she's done quite a few Insta lives on her health program and talking about her nutrition and all that sort of stuff. So she's done a few of them as well that I've seen.
Is her Insta page just called Ange Simpson, or is it something else?
No, the Gratitude Gang.
Oh, Gratitude Gang. Okay. If anyone
the Gratitude Project.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know Ange or wants to just check out her page, I definitely recommend just having a look and getting some ideas on how she kind of, you know, just words everything in a non-salesy but really genuine kind of approach.
It's just similar to Jess. Jess is a little bit more direct. But for example, today I was watching one that Jess had put up about she's doing the shred, and she put up a comparison of a couple of weeks ago to now of her, I guess, baby figure, if you want to call it that. And she was doing an Insta live today about, just she wants the best for people. She always, I don't know if it's true or not, but she always asks or starts the thing with, I've had so many people direct messaging me about how I've lost the weight and how I've done this and whatever else. And then she goes on about her nutrition and her product and her whole food capsules. And today she's talking about the protein. And years ago, you know, she wouldn't give Scarlett her protein powder because it was full of crap and synthetic stuff. Whereas now, what she's on now, she wholeheartedly believes in and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. I think too, just one last thing before we wrap it up, or two actually. We could really go on for a long time with this because I think we got so much out of it, but we know it's getting late and it's nearly 9 o'clock. One thing was the birthday card. So what are you doing, Kate?
Well, it's 10 o'clock here.
Oh yeah, sorry. 10 o'clock down south in New South Wales. And I think Kylie's in WA, so it's earlier for her. But birthday cards, such a simple, great idea. Like, how often do we get birthday cards in the mail these days? Like, our Facebook page gets flooded with happy birthday wishes and posts and all of that, which is awesome. But one of the girls, can't remember who it was, said, send your customer a birthday card. Like, it's such a nice, thoughtful gesture. It doesn't cost much, but it means the world to them, and it's just going that extra mile in customer care. But what we figured is, we don't actually know their date of birth because on our order form, sorry, planes going over, don't know why, they're going a bit off track because we never get planes going over our house. But they were just saying, it's tricky because how do we find out their date of birth? Because on our customer order form, we're not actually asking for their date of birth. But I suppose if you're friends with them on Facebook, you can just have a look and use the Facebook lists, and then you can find out all their date of births there and just write it in your diaries.
I might start asking people when I take their order.
Yeah, we could just add that to our order form, just date of birth. Like, I'm sure people aren't going to mind, and that way, yeah, that's a good idea, Beck. We should do that.
And if they're a little bit funny about date of birth, you could say, we don't need to know the year, just the date and the month.
Yeah, we could even have like date of birth and then just have day and month and leave out the year part, so they just fill in that little bit. That could be a good idea. And just the last thing was that they were talking about success and happiness is found in meeting those 6 human needs. So the 6 human needs are love and connection, significance, certainty, variety, growth, and contribution. So,
and that's a Tony Robbins thing too, Nick. So if people want to know more about it, they could probably Google the human needs Tony Robbins type thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And they were saying that, like, for people to stick with something and to feel like they're important and happy and they're having success, we need to meet at least 3 of these human needs. And so you can relate that to customer care, you can relate it to new teamies coming on board, you can relate it to old teamies who might be losing a bit of the vision and not able to go back to their why, like whatever that might be. For them to be addicted to the culture, we need to be meeting at least 3 of those needs. So I think that's a really good thing. And yeah, definitely check out the Tony Robbins 6 Human Needs podcast or on YouTube or something. I'm sure you'll be able to get bit more information around that. So I think we might end it there, girls. Thank you so much for all of your shares. Does anyone have any questions before we jump off?
I don't have a question, but I just want to say thank you so much to you girls for doing that, because I speak on behalf of Marie and I that we were both meant to go to retreat and we both had shit that came up, and you know, we were both saying that we should have had a wine together to console each other because we couldn't go. So I just want to really thank you girls for sharing that with us, because I don't think I've missed anything in this business from the day I started.
It was so good having you there.
So, I really thank you girls a lot. I know it's not the same as being there, and even sitting here I just can see the energy that you girls have got and what you got from it. But it's like, oh my God, I'm just writing down all these notes, and because I've been to everything, I know that it's just such a whole nother level, and it's hard to get that across on the Zoom. But I really just appreciate, you know, you girls taking the time to do that, because for unforeseen circumstances we couldn't make it. So thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. You're welcome. It was awesome. Don't miss the next one. Anyone?
I've got a trained staff member now, so